Well, I thought we'd do just a little bit. Oh my God. 12:11. I went to the, you know what the real pain in the ass is? The Quick Trip right up the road here, right on my road. Their coolers don't work anymore. Yeah, oh my God. No more cold beer. What am I going to do? Well, there's another place down south. I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And they're still selling 18 packs of Rolling Rock beer for $10. And I thought to myself, hamster, but Rolling Rock and whatever. I said, what difference is it going to make? It's beer. Who gives a shit? Okay, Uncle Donny, can I fillet your?
It's great to be back in a state I love with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. Thank you very much. What a turnout this is. This guy, Charlie Kirk.
But what are you doing about the women? Because the women are so oppressed. Oh my God. I just got to, hold on here. Where is it? I put it here. I just got a mail from the Missouri House of Representatives, Adam Schwardron. So apparently he's my guy in Jefferson City. I'm looking at this piece of paper, and he's saying, oh, yeah, it was blah, blah, blah. I'd love to hear your voice. Yeah, the same old bullshit, right? And I look at the 2025 fiscal year budget for the state of Missouri. Next year, obviously, it probably starts October 1st. I don't know when. I should take a picture of this. This is Missouri, right? Bible Belt, self-reliant, really pissed off at Kansas 150 years ago, Here we are. God-fearing, all that kind of stuff. 29.96% of the state budget in Missouri, which is, by the way, $51 billion. 30% is social services. What do you suppose that is, guys? Any idea? I bet. Excuse me, Amstrad, but that's welfare, free shit for the women, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Goddamn right it is. 30% of the state budget for free diapers and fucking whatever, birth control pills, government cheese, housing, free shit for, can anyone say it with me? The female. 30%. $16 billion. Oh, what about the roads, hamster? What about those in Missouri? Shouldn't we be spending more on the roads? And well, let's look at the Department of Transportation. 9.3% of the budget. $4.7 billion. But God damn it. Or, right? 50, I'm sorry. It's less than 5 billion. But we can spend $16 billion taxpayer money in Missouri to support this fucking welfare state. Do we see any problem here? No, I'm not saying it's not support. Obviously, oh, you're a Nazi. I'm not saying not support the people who are really having a hard time, right? They're out of a job. They can't, they're out. I totally understand. We're talking about lifestyle. We're talking about free checks from the government in perpetuity and only to the double X's. Men need some welfare food stamps. Fuck you. Go work, you lazy bum, you. Anyway, all right. Go ahead, Donald Trump. Go ahead, Mr. President.
I want to thank you all, and I want to thank Charlie Kirk for everything he's done at Turning Point Action for making this event possible.
$16 billion, the biggest budget line item in the state of Missouri for welfare. Makes perfect sense.
What a great turnout.
Riggs is here. Hello, Mr. Herpes.
And you've got the same number of people outside, but they have a screen.
Now, maybe we could sit down and we can have the discussion. Okay, how are we going to help these people, these women, let's be honest, to get off the welfare rolls? Are we going to get some job training? Are we going to, fund some college? Can we do anything here to help them get off the welfare train? That'd be a big fuck no. Gee, I wonder why they want it this way. Any ideas? Who's going to vote against their fucking free money? I know. And it's Missouri. I mean, imagine if you were in fucking Colorado or Minnesota. God damn, this cancer's deep. It's bad. Okay, Mr. President, go ahead.
It's not as good as what you are. At the end of the speech, I'll be taking some questions. So this is different than Joe Biden. He doesn't take any questions.
Nah.
And he doesn't make any speeches. Let me also thank members of Congress that are here. They're warriors. They're incredible people. Byron Donalds, wherever Byron may be. Good speech, Byron. Thank you very much. Byron, thank you very much. Great guy. Big future. Matt Gaetz, very popular.
I mean, who wouldn't support that, right? Okay, people are down on their luck, right? They got into some bad shit, drugs, whatever. They got themselves cleaned up. So here's some money. Let's get them integrated into the system. So they become productive citizens, meaning they pay taxes, and they're not a burden on the state budget. Where are those plans? Well, they don't exist, hamster. Why is that? Because the fewer people you have relying on you for their fucking cheese, the fewer people are going to automatically vote for you. Am I making myself clear? I think I am. Go ahead.
Popular guy, Matt Gaetz. Thank you, Matt Gaetz. And Ginger, thank you.
But what
Ginger.
about the women?
Thank you for being here, Ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Great couple. Eli Crane.
SCE is here. Hello, SCE. Hello, Master Wrench.
Eli, thank you. We're leading your state, Eli, by a lot. Warren Davidson. Warren, thank you. Thank you very much, Warren. A woman who's very quiet, very shy, but very professional. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the funny thing is, in the state budget of Missouri, is a bunch of federal cheddar coming in. Well, but if we didn't do this thing, we wouldn't get any federal cheddar. Do you not see the control being exerted by Washington when it shouldn't be exerted? Anyone? Anyone? I guess not.
Great person. She's a great person. And Michael Cloud. Thank you, Michael. Congressman Michael Cloud. And former congressman, somebody that almost won New York, which they said was impossible. What a campaign. 2 years late, frankly, because today it's different. I mean,
Donald Trump clearly had some hamburgers before this. Big Macs and Diet Coke. Oh, my God.
Oh, migrants have taken over.
Look at this Nazi. Oh, my God.
Today it's different. What a job he did. Former Congressman Lee Zeldin. Lee, wherever you are.
Lee? Yeah,
Lee,
hey, bro.
Also,
so, excuse me, Mr. President, what is the Republican Party planning on doing about not paying for the welfare state? So there are actual consequences for stupid behavior, upon the double X's, and the XYs, but the double X's especially. I told you the story. I mean, there was a guy who was homeless, Jack, in Texas. And I took him around to all these, places where allegedly there was, help for people who were down on their luck. You know what they said to Jack? Any idea? Can you take a guess, SCE? What did they say to Jack, this 56-year-old man, when the man needed some food stamps and shit just to survive? You know what they said? Fuck you. That's what they said. And I was there. I took this man around all over Austin, all over fucking Travis County. Can we get this guy a little help? Can he get a place to stay? Can he just get like a couple of food stamps so the guy can eat so he doesn't starve to death and sleep out on a goddamn bench? No. Zero. And that's a real fucking story. I'm not bullshitting. That actually happened to me, the hamster, and Jack. We used to call him Jack the Bear. I found him one night, no shit, sleeping on a bench outside a fucking IHOP in Round Rock. And it's like, Jack, what are you doing? Well, I can't get the thing and the cheese and the Jesus Christ. Now, if Jack, at that time, probably he could have identified, oh, I'm really a woman. See, I'm really a chick. He would have got everything. Do we not see what's going on? I think we do. Anyway, go ahead.
Person who's really a terrific person. I've gotten to know her well. Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard.
Yep.
Thank you, Tulsi.
That should be the VP.
Thank you, Tulsi. And you all know my son, Don. He's out there working. He's such a good boy. And Kimberly Guilfoyle, I heard her speak. They really gave some good ones. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Don.
I mean, Jack was a pain in the ass. He calls me. I'm in freaking Denver, right? He's like, oh, hey, hamster, I got the thing. Okay, Jack. Yeah, I'll pay for a week over at the hotel. Not that one. I want the one over there. It's like, Jesus Christ, I'm giving you free money, dude. What are you doing? So we got it sorted out. But the point is, there's no welfare. There's no fucking net for men. That doesn't happen. It's only for chicks. But we all know that.
A man who is really special, very important. I think the most important man in the room for what we're doing, RNC Chairman Michael Whatley. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, great.
And Michigan GOP chair, I wanted him from day one. I said, Pete, you got to do it. You got to do it. And he was a great and successful politician. He then went on. I took him as ambassador. Pete Hoekstra, fantastic guy, head of the GOP. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SE, you wonder if there's some plan behind all of this. Is there a plan? Just saying. I'm thinking maybe there is.
Good job. And we have the Nebraska GOP chairman here too, Eric Underwood. Eric, thank you very much. Thank you, Eric, for being here. We have a man who's got a really successful show. Everybody watches it. I watch it as often as I can. And he's a smart guy, and he's actually got a big heart, but I won't tell people that because I'll ruin his reputation. Steve Bannon. Where's Steve?
Oh, he's in jail with me.
Where is
Oh, no.
Thank you, Steve. He's great. He's a smart cookie. Another smart cookie, Roger Stone. Roger.
Oh.
Great guy.
His middle name is Adolf.
Former Secretary Ben Carson did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody loves him. I love him. And a man who's very popular in these circles and a big star. He's become a bigger and bigger star. Ted Nugent. Ted, thank you for being here. Wherever you may be. Wherever you may be, Ted, thank you very much. Thank you very much. With the help of everyone here today, we're going to win the state of Michigan this November. We're going to fire crooked Joe Biden. We are going to evict the Biden crime family from the White House, and we are going to make America great again. Have you heard that expression? Less than 4 years ago, our border was secure. Inflation was nowhere to be seen. We didn't have inflation. The world was at peace, and America was stronger and more respected than ever before. It was never as respected as it was just 4 years ago.
Yep.
Now under crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of our country.
Fucking
the world
laugh at the
is
guy.
in flames. Our
Yeah.
border is overrun. Inflation is raging. Europe is in chaos. The Middle East is exploding.
There's only one reason why all this shit is happening. Because they want it to.
Iran is emboldened. China is on the march. And the worst, most incompetent person to ever lead this country is dragging us toward World War III. Other than that, I think he's doing a very good job. Do we agree, sir? Other than that, he's doing a fine job. Now, he's the worst. Under Biden, illegal aliens are better off. Terrorists are better off. China is better off. Russia is better off. The cartels are better off. But the American people were far better off under a gentleman named President Donald J. Trump. Have you heard of him? Have you heard of him?
And even some of the ridiculous lefties are starting to understand this. Now, they're going to get up and vote for Trump? Probably not. But go down to the Travis ISD in Austin, Texas, and ask them, how's that going? Well, we just need more money. Why do you need more money? Well, because we have to do the second language shit and all the didn't Trump mention that at some point? That this would be the consequence of your stupidity? Yeah. Yeah.
And in particular, and remember this. Oh, wait a minute. Mike Lindell, please stand up. Okay.
Oh, my God.
I just saw him.
He's the pillow guy. No way.
Forget about his pillows. He is the greatest purchaser
He's the best ever
in the history of America.
He is the best ever. There's never been anyone else. Fish Got Nukes is here. Hello.
If he could buy my ads, I'd be blanketing the airwaves with it.
Oh,
yeah. I love Mike. But in particular, Michigan was better off with Trump by a lot. You were doing great. Companies were moving back, and the car company.
Well, not according to the fucking mainstream media. You made that a goddamn nuclear wasteland, Trump, because you're evil. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people believe. That's what they hear and say, oh, Trump sucks. Really? In what way? What did he do? Well, he was I didn't like his tweets.
Companies weren't moving out, and you weren't under a mandate to build all electric cars, which are going to all be made in China. It's just a question of a few years.
Yeah.
For decades before I took office, Joe Biden and his cronies in Washington got rich by selling off Michigan jobs and selling out Detroit. That's what they did. That's why your car business is so far down.
And that's why the union workers, auto workers union, plumbers and pipe fitters, they're saying, fuck this bullshit. I'm going to vote for Trump. Do the Democrats even know what they're doing? No, they don't care. Because all they care about is women. Oh, we got to make the women happy. Fuck the unions. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck the black people. Let's be honest. And Trump comes in with a better idea. And, well, he's a Nazi.
You used to have 100% of the car business. Now you're down to probably 30% by comparison to what it was. Crooked Joe backed NAFTA, the worst trade deal we ever had. China's entry into the World Trade Organization, another disaster. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, he wanted that so badly, would have totally destroyed the state. Paris Climate Accord, where we...
Now, why would he want to do that? It wasn't by accident, was it? It wasn't just because Joe Biden is stupid. Joe Biden and his minions know exactly what they want to do. And I think a lot of people are starting to see it, the union workers, especially the auto worker guys and women. They're like, well, excuse me, what? Yes, they've been trying to fuck you for a long time, and now the fucking is coming.
Put up $1 trillion and nobody else puts up anything. One of the most unfair deals. Sounds good, but it was a disaster. And every other globalist disaster that sucked the life and wealth and blood out of our country, and that's what it was doing. But after decades of Joe Biden putting America last, Michigan finally got a president who put America first. That's what happened.
Yeah, Joe Biden has actually been in politics in Washington for 54 years. And he keeps talking these platitudes. Oh, this all bullshit. Oh, the women and the black people. And he doesn't fucking care. He had 54 fucking years to fix these problems that he alleges he sees, and nothing happened. I wonder why that is. Donald Trump comes in and nukes all this bullshit. We're getting back on track. We're making fucking cars in Detroit, in Michigan. Auto unions are happy about that, but no. Trump's a Nazi. Enemy.
That's what happened.
And he's going to take over the world, I guess.
Just now, and they're all saying, sir, we were doing so much better 4 years ago. Everybody was.
Mm-hmm.
I stood up to the globalists. I stood up to the outsourcers, corporate lobbyists, and special interests. That's why they don't exactly love me, these people.
See, I think this is a misreading on the part of Biden and the Democrat communists. Well, they're always going to vote for us because, and excuse me, you're not standing up for what these men and women want. They want, good jobs, union jobs, nice pension. I get it. A lot of people don't get a pension these days, but that's the deal they got a long time ago. And Joe Biden's like, women? What can we do for women? That's it. That's their whole fucking game plan, guys.
And I live by the motto, promises made, promises kept. I kept all my promises, kept them all. In my first week in office, I terminated.
Thank you, Rada. Happy Father's Day to your hubby as well and your kids and you. Good to see you. Always good to see you. All right, got it.
TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership, would have destroyed your state, would have really destroyed trade in our country. And I withdrew from the Paris Accord. It was unfair, a disaster. And I ended NAFTA, worst trade deal, and replaced it with the brand new USMCA, that's Mexico, Canada. In fact, that deal is so good and so good for the American auto worker that Canada and Mexico are trying to renegotiate it as we speak.
I mean, seriously, in North America, the Americas here, really, can't we come up with a deal? Can't we come up with something that makes everybody happy? A little bit of taste for the whole gang, right? The union workers get their thing, and the corporations get their thing, and we get cars that are reasonably priced. Can't we do that? I guess not. Not everybody gets a taste under Joe Biden.
Renegotiated.
Same.
Don't do it, Crooked Joe. Don't do it. If they put up enough for him, he'll do it. I stood up to China like never before, bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue when no other president had gotten 10 cents from China. Hundreds of billions.
Yep.
I imposed a 27.5% tariff on all Chinese automobiles. The only reason that we still have any auto industry left. If I didn't do that, you would have been wiped out by China completely. And by the way, whoever heads the United Auto Workers is doing an absolutely terrible job. His name wouldn't be Sean Fain, would it? Sean Fain. Whoever.
Can't we get together and make a deal? Can't we? So everybody gets a good taste. Everybody's happy. The men and women in Michigan working for the auto companies, they can afford a house. and a nice Thanksgiving and the kids go to nice schools. No, not if you're a fucking Democrat, because that's not what they want. What they want is for you to be dependent on them. Do I have to say it again? I think I've made my point.
This guy, Sean Fain, is they ought to get him out because he sold the auto workers down the tubes. It was sold down the river. You won't have any. You're fired is right. I screamed that. Yeah, fired. How bad? He agreed to what?
I mean, excuse me. Is it really that much to ask, President Trump? Is it? I just want to be able to afford a reasonable house and play with my, my sons and my daughters, the kids in the backyard, play some baseball. And we got something cooking on the stove, and we're not fucking going broke. I don't think that's a big ask. That seems reasonable to me. Oh my God. What will Trump be able to do in the 4 years? I have no idea. That's a fair question.
Obama wanted to do. Under my leadership, we created 500,000 manufacturing jobs in 3 short years. Remember Biden and Obama would go around saying, we can't manufacture here anymore. That's because we had stupid people leading our country.
Yeah, that's Bill Clinton started that shit. All right, SCE. Good to see you guys. You, sir. Bill Clinton started this bullshit out in the mid-90s. And I remember it distinctly because it's like, oh, no, we're going to go from a manufacturing economy into a service economy. Do you remember that? Gee, I wonder why.
We lifted up all Americans, black, brown, white, and everybody else.
Exactly.
Everyone was doing better. Everybody was doing great. But now Crooked Joe is doing a hit job on Michigan manufacturing and on Detroit, the likes of which I have never seen before. You know, I got the Man of the Year in Michigan years ago, long before politics, like 12, 13 years ago. And I said, I came up and I thought the speech was good. It turned out to be very controversial. I said, why are you allowing them to steal your jobs? Why are you doing it? They're coming in these countries and they're taking all your jobs. And right now.
Yes. Why is that? Is it the evil corporations? Well, maybe a little bit. Or is it the government that wants this to happen? Why would that be answered? Well, they want to be, they want you to be dependent on them. Permanent votes. Anyone? Yeah? Why can't we build a decent car in Detroit and pay a decent wage? Oh, no. No, we're going to move that to fucking China. China. Why is that? Can't we figure something out? Yeah, we sit down at the table, have a sit down, right? And hey, this is a thing, blah, 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 blah. Everyone gets a taste. What is the fucking problem?
Mexico is building the biggest car plants anywhere in the world, and they want to sell the cars back into the United States. They're stealing your jobs. Who would allow that to happen? And you know who owns the car plants being built in Mexico? China!
It's not just stealing the manufacturing jobs. If I, can weigh in here, it is my stream, but it's not just the jobs, it's not just the men and women, hardworking men and women to put these things together. It's the technology. It's the development of the technology, not here. Right? I mean, we wonder why some of our biggest industries, like Boeing or Airbus or, some of these places, they can't fucking put a plane together. Do you think it's China or do you think something else? That the experience and the whatever, just goes out the window. Why can't Ford put together a car? Well, they can't. Okay, well, let's do that. We don't have the people to actually do the engineering. Think about that carefully, right? Oh yeah, we're going to move everything to China. Almost everything is in China. Your iPhone, your whatever, it's in China. And they're very, very freaking good at it. So what does that leave the United States with? We leave with nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Donald Trump, oh, well, we're going to build these cell phones and chips and shit in Arizona or Austin, where they're. We do not have the people smart enough to do that. All those smart people are in China. We can't do this stuff anymore. And again, that was the fucking plan. Go on.
Crazy. It's crazy. Who would believe it? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly understand that. Sish. Yeah, it's a big market. China is a really big market, right? GM is building a lot of cars, especially Buicks, is what I've heard. What about the next thing, though? What about the I don't know, the fucking floating car or whatever? It's not happening in the United States. Why? Because we drained off our brains. There are some smart people here, sure, and they're just not being utilized. It's a shame. We should be the leader, and a benevolent leader, right? Not this asshole leader crap. Oh yeah, we got this technology with fucking germanium, whatever. Hand that to the world so the world gets better. We're not doing that. You know why? Because we can't. All the hot shit is happening in China, India, and Russia. And here we are just, oh, I'm an engineer. Okay. This is not accidental. Not accidental.
Joe Biden's insane electric vehicle mandate will totally obliterate the U.S. auto industry, and it won't take long. Just so you know, we have the greatest army tanks. I saved it in Ohio, a plant. When I was president-elect, They said, sir, they want to close our army tank plant. Makes the best tanks in the world.
Here's the problem, President Trump. And this is, well, coming from my own personal experience. The great army tanks and the great airplanes and the wonderful, missiles and all that stuff. That shit was designed 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Look at the B-52, designed in the 50s. Look at the 737, designed in the 60s. Still going. Look at the F-15, the F-16, the F-18. Designed before you were even born. Where's the new thing? Where is it? Oh, well, there's the F-35 and the F-22. Fair enough. When was the F-22 designed? Any idea? Late 70s. Do you see a trend at all? We can't do this today. All we can do is reproduce what our forefathers and foremothers did 60 fucking years ago. Just saying.
who visited in Lima, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I
Been
saved
there.
it.
Yeah.
I said, how can you do this? I looked, the complexity, you'd never be able to build a plant like this. Turned out we made more Army tanks than anybody. They did a great job. But
And Brandon Trueblood knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. We can't do this anymore. We can't do it. The only thing we can do is reproduce what happened decades ago. It's not a surprise we're that far behind because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Anyway, go ahead.
they want to make them now electric. So that when you go into enemy territory and you obliterate the enemy and you knock down and those tanks are firing, you do it in a environmentally friendly way. The problem with the Army tanks, like cars and like trucks, the problem is that you would have to bring a battery pack along. You're going to pull it like a little wagon, like a child pulls a wagon. So they want to build a Army tank, but you know, the battery is very big and very heavy, much heavier than a thing called diesel, much heavier than diesel fuel. And you got to see this tank. It's like a wagon, and there's a big thing that it's pulling in the back.
I mean, Brandon knows my history. He knows where I work, all that stuff. But you got Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman. You got North American still in business, and you know, some of the other places. The only thing they're doing is copying what was done decades ago. Very little innovation. Why is that? Any ideas? Because we do not have the brain power to do it. All we can do is copy. And the men and women that put these things together, God bless them. I'm not ripping on them. I'm ripping on the management and the engineering. We do not have the capability in the United States to do. We could not build a fucking iPhone in the United States. We could not do it. We don't have the brain power. And that's the biggest loss with NAFTA and all this other bullshit. Anyway, it's just my opinion. Go on.
And even with that, it doesn't go far. And lots of bad things happen, like it doesn't take cold weather very well. And it's really bad in heat. But it is environmentally friendly, remember that. Of course, making it is an environmental disaster, so that more than makes up for it. And they want to have your jet fighters now. I got more planes. I rebuilt our entire military. They want to make your jet fighters use a fuel that's environmentally friendly, but it makes the plane 18% less efficient. So that's the difference between in a fight with the enemy, winning and losing, a minor difference. But you go in again, they want to go in a clean, environmental way as we bomb the shit out of a country. Can you believe this? Now, who are the people that are destroying? Who are the people that are destroying our country?
It's the management, it's the management MBA types who come out of college with a big old dick and their big balls and they think they're going to go in and change the fucking world. And they change shit just to change it. They make no significant improvement. As a matter of fact, they make things worse. The younger generation, you've not been trained correctly. And this is by design. Go on.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I feel very young.
What we should do is, blame the evil capitalists because that's the likely cause of all this bullshit, right? And in a way, it's true. In a way, it's true.
I feel very young.
Doug Edwards is here. Hello, Doug. Good to see you, man.
I don't know what it is, but I feel better than I did 30 years ago. I don't know what the hell.
You got a big throbbing cock. I mean, think about this. Like, if you look at the past, was it Lockheed Martin or somebody put out one of these fucking spy planes, right? They did it in 2 or 3 years, and the fucking thing is flying over Russia, taking pictures. You look at the current aviation system. You can't get a goddamn plane out in less than 15 fucking years. What has changed? What's different? Sure, there's more regulation, but 1963, Kelly Johnson at the Skunk Works, Lockheed Martin, put out a plane that can fly like 2 or 3 or 4x the speed of sound. And today we can't even get a new fucking airplane because of some other bullshit. I've heard that Boeing or fucking, what's the other place? Airbus, they won't have a new plane until 2035. What the fuck is that all about? Just saying.
Hell's going on? I don't know. I feel very good. So we can't let these people destroy our country like this. I mean, they're going crazy. Today you read where they don't want to have any water in your dishwasher. So your dishwasher won't work. And they think that's good. So what you do is you keep having it go on and on and on. The electric bill is 10 times more than the water. And these are areas that have so much water, they don't know what to do with it. They're flooding. They're floodplains. They have so much water in many cases. Now, we can't do that. You know, I ended that. I went to, in Ohio, a great company was going out of business because of dishwashers. They wouldn't give the water. You couldn't sell the product. And South Korea and China were dumping dishwashers in here for half the cost. They weren't as good.
Yeah. We had no computers. We had slide rules. And we had men and women on fucking, like drafting tables. And in 2 or 3 years, Kelly Johnson and Lockheed Martin put up the fastest motherfucking plane that has ever been created. Before calculators, before computers, before simulation, before all of the other bullshit that we deal with today. And we can't do that in less than 15 years with all the digital fucking simulations and all the goddamn computers and all the AI. We have no chance to do the same thing. And yet somehow we're, how is this good? Again, what? Remember, John F. Kennedy, President of the United States, 1961-ish, said in this decade, as our friend, the decade, we will have a man on the moon in 10 years. And in 1968, it happened. Now, no computers, no fucking this, blueprint fucking drawing and shit, and we did it. And today we can't get a fucking aircraft off the ground for 15 years. What the fuck is going on? Just saying.
Cool. But half the cost they weren't as good. And I went and I saved it. I put a 50% and 100% tariff on all of these dumped machines. And I saved that company. And then I said to the head of the company, it was great actually, called me, said, we don't know what to do. You can't, I mean, they're dumping this stuff. They can't be, you know, they're losing a fortune, but it didn't matter because their governments were paying for it. He said, I don't know what to do. I said, it's okay. So I solved the one problem. They're not dumping. What's your next problem? They don't allow us to use water. We need more water. You can't wash dishes unless you have a certain amount of water. I said, how much do you need? We need just a little bit more. I said, I'll give you a lot more. I gave them a lot more. Now they want to end it again. You ever go into a new home where you have a shower where the water doesn't come out of the shower head? They put a restrictor on. I took all the restrictors off. I took them off. I've had the experience. I take a shower. I want that beautiful head of hair to be nice and wet. Lather. I want it to be lathered beautifully. And I get the best stuff you can buy, and I dump it all over. And then I turn on the water, and the damn water drips down. I can't get.
The one exception, I think everyone probably will agree, is Elon Musk. Now, there's a little bit of this history thing, right? Well, Elon Musk, he's launching shit to Mars. Yeah. Well, he spent about 10 or 15 years before that trying to figure out how it worked. But okay, so he's the shit. Elon Musk. He's got the cars, he's got the trucks, and people are bitching, oh my God, he's got a truck. Oh my God. Isn't that what the government wanted? Isn't that what the government subsidized? The trucks and the Teslas and whatever. And I guess they're a great car. I've not been in one, but they're fun. You've got some big brain people still running shit, but it's getting more and more and more less than that, because we should all just be drones and listen to what the man says. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk is a thinker. There's a lot of thinkers out there, but there are a lot of them, but they're very few and less influential. You think the government's going to let this happen? Unless they wanted it to. We can't even build a fucking airplane. Are you out of your mind? This is the fucking deep state. This is what they want. They don't want you to be smart. They want you to be compliant with their bullshit. Anyway, I got to go eat some lunch. So you MNFers, I'll see you later. Happy Father's Day. This is a nice rant. I liked it. All right. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye.